cosplay ganks. Now, let's not fool ourselves. Y'all are still ganking, so you're still scumbags. But, oh, wait, hold on a second. Is that a fully charged R2 with a parry shield? That's a fully charged R2 with a parry shield. You know what that means? Anyways, so I like these ganks a lot better than normal ganks because, one, it limits their equipment, and two, they're actually trying to have fun with you. Like, they're not just trying to be dickheads like most gankers out there. You know, there's a 20% lower chance that they'll give you a point down if they win. Now, these guys summoned me, like, into a fight club to do this, so I have full health, which, I don't know if that was a good idea, you guys. I'm pretty hard to kill at full health. And they're not even ganking properly. One of those guys is a red spirit, so they can hit each other. So, yeah, this is going to be fun for everyone involved. Now, for some reason, I was still in the dueling mindset, because I was still doing duels way back when this was recorded. So, like, for some reason, I am deciding not to heal and not reaction rolling this weapon and just getting roll caught by it instead. Kind of silly. I don't remember Horus using force when I fought him. I just remember him whiffing a lot of charge attacks. Whatever. No one's perfect. Especially not Horus. And there's the force again. I don't know what you think you're doing with that. Check us out. That was a fully charged R2. That attack fucking sucks. Remember back in Bloodborne when it was the fucking one-shot answer to all of your PvE and PvP problems, unless the other guy knew where his parry button was. Anyways. Now I notice he's about to do that again. Go for the backstab, but I'm just outside the hitbox so I don't get it, and he happens to escape. Henri is now mashing R1 out of stun lock, so we'll keep that in mind. Oh, never mind. He doesn't have any health. Well, GG. As fitting the cosplay. I'm sure he knows I'm kidding around with this. Lothric and Lorien, it's all level 36. I give him the nice emote to, you know, act like I'm happy, but in reality I'm thinking, wow, it sure is convenient that your cosplay just so happens to include the most effective twink weapon in the game. Or one of the most effective ones anyway. So basically the playstyle is going to be Lorien swings his sword at me at a distance, and I try to outspace it, and the Lothric guy covers him with beam after beam after beam, and occasionally does heal moves. But you know, the heal moves aren't what's important, it's the beam that's going to prevent me from getting any punishes in. Now he's going to do that move a lot. He's going to do the old sword uppercut into beam, like, repeatedly. You know. See that damage? Yeah, don't tell me this cosplay was a coincidence. Hang on, I guess I had a thought. Didn't Lothric never use the sword? Like, wasn't that the whole lower point of the sword, to show that he never picked it up because he was born really weak? Maybe I'm living in the alternate time is convoluted version where he did pick up the sword and Lorien didn't turn into a giant, weird, hulking beast monster who attacks way too quickly and only gives you time for one dagger hit punish between his moves. Well, I'm kind of at a loss for how to... Oh, never mind. No, I'm not. Free backstab. Thank you. I figure I have time to hit this guy before he can get his R1 off, and I'm right. Lorien moves in to protect his friend and gets outspaced and killed. Should have gone for the Estus, or maybe he was so good at the whole cosplay thing that he wasn't using Estus at all and was going to rely on Loth's heals. Either way, I still win the fight, and that's what's really important. Just you and me now. And if this is anything like the boss fight, he's going to probably try and resummon a whole bunch and not be very tough. You know, the normal solo host experience. Oh, I recognize that one. Nice try, but I learned from my mistakes. Go for an outspace, don't get it because he doesn't swing a second time like I'd hoped. Badly spaced a running R1. Luckily, he's not in a place where he can punish it. Oh, he's panic rolling now. I can chase after him with the shield up. Having a shield, by the way, a medium shield, is actually really good for chasing people down. It makes it reasonably safe if they try and go for turn and burns, even if it's with weapons that you can't reaction roll. Actually, especially if it's with weapons you can't reaction roll. Lothric does a jump attack, which means you're going to take 1,000,000 damage. The jump attacks are horrible in this game, and that's the fight. This time it's a regular invasion, and only one cosplay. We got Crossbreed Priscilla. I keep R1 spamming into this, thinking the blue spirit will be in range, and that the yellow won't immediately attack out of stun lock, which, you know, that was a stupid assumption I made. So I end up taking damage when I didn't really need to. It's time to flee from the range of my attackers and plan out my next move once I have a little bit of mob support. You know, like that one. Oh, do not use that move. That move is, like, in the game files, it's called recovery frames. It has all of them. Just don't use it against a player who has ever used the roll button before. Alright, 2 R1s with a vertical ultra, means I can punish it. Did not expect that to break his guard. I expected 2 to break his guard, but can't always guess right with these things. 2 important factors here. The blue is splitting off from the group, and he doesn't have enough poise to hyper armor through my attack. So I move in, go in for the kill, and
space him without even seeing him. I was proud of that one. Now it's only a 2-on-1. 2-on-1 is much more manageable. Especially considering both of their weapons can be dodged on reaction. Go for the running R1, he happens to dodge out of the way by strafing, and it hits Priscilla instead, totally intentional. Go for the kick to break his shield down as he follows me with it, but he just so happens to put it down at the right moment. You know, now that we're seeing a lot of it, I think it's a good time to discuss the benefits of unlocked play. There's a reason you see a lot of invaders doing this, because it lets you keep all of your targets in your line of sight at the same time. Lets you, keep an eye on what all of them are doing, who's close enough to hit you, who isn't, etc., etc. And that's why I always stress that weapons with a lot of horizontal coverage are best for invasions, because you don't have to very specifically aim them like you would a rapier or a katana. Like, you ever see people using rapiers or katanas in invasions? They have to lock on to their target, attack in their direction, and then take the lock-on off, or risk missing their attack completely. Now, actually using lock-on, in my opinion, is best for chase downs like that one right there. Because instead of having to try and predict the direction they're going to run away in, you can just keep holding up, and keep watching them for their rolls, and then time the roll catch accordingly. However, it's unadvised to do this if your target's being covered by someone, which Priscilla wasn't at the time. Priscilla was too far away. They overextended. Come on. At least try and fight back. Like, there we go, see? You just hit the R1 button and everything dies. This game is basically Skyrim. Skyrim is actually the Dark Souls of fantasy RPGs, in case you guys didn't know. I read that one on IGN. Oh man, Priscilla's poisoned and has terrible weapons, but look here. I got too confident because of how much of an advantage I had there. See, I could have easily been killed there if she had just a little bit more AR. And I guess she gave up, or was trying to resummon. Well, GG anyway, at least it didn't disconnect. Next time.